Hello everybody and welcome back to The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. Now, in today's episode, before we get to the main point, which by the title of the episode that I'm probably gonna put, maybe you already guessed what I'm gonna do, uh, I would like to make a little recap of what I've been doing in between episodes, which is basically farming. I've done basically rounds going to the forest where we hunted the neckers and those spider things and dragas, or however you say them, and coming over here to that cave and hunting more neckers, and basically doing that until my inventory was full, going and selling all the ingredients, and basically I have a lot of money. I've bought probably all of the recipes here in chapter 1. Maybe I'm missing one or two. I'm gonna visit each vendor and see later. I've bought the book on drowners. There, you can read it if you want to. And that's about it. And also I think I collected all of the snares in the forest, which are 41. Let me know if you found more than that. Oh, and I created this, the jagged blade, which I put 2 runes in it. The fire and the... I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. Let's say the Is rune. And yeah, you have incineration, bleeding, very good. Almost as good as this. Has a little bit more damage, but this has more status effects. Anyway, that's about it. What else? Not really sure. Yeah, so yeah, hunting and buying stuff. Oh yes, for crafting. It's easier to buy ingredients than forging them through the recipes. It's way faster and cheaper in my opinion. So yeah, go hunting, sell, and then buy the ingredients that you need for crafting. Unless you have to hunt for them. It's faster and cheaper. Again, my opinion. Alright, let's go to the main topic of this episode, which is skills. And I'm gonna go, well, mostly through every skill, try to explain as best I can. If you hear me pausing and between explanation, I am trying to use the wiki. So I'll basically have to look off screen to see what I should talk about. So yeah. But before we access these, I have to put one more point into this one. So let's meditate. Okay, character. And let's see. We can't access these. So, okay, let's start with this one, explanation. Then I'm gonna spend a point probably in this. And then we're gonna start with the other ones. As you can see, I have a couple of levels from the last time. So let's start with this one. Vigor regeneration. At the first level you get out of combat 20%, actually 25. And on the next one you get 25% in combat, which in my opinion is a waste of a point. Oh, and another thing I would like to point out, if you're starting this maybe a second playthrough or even the first time, there is a mod out there. I think it's called Full Combat Rebalanced. It's made by a guy, I think he worked on The Witcher 3, and he made it as to bring The Witcher 2 combat and skills closer to The Witcher 3, as far as I understand it. And one significant change that I think he did in that mod, which I'm probably gonna try after I finish this playthrough, he changed how skills work. I think he made it that you can only put 1 point. So here level 0 out of 2, you have only 1. So you put a point and I think you get both levels. So again, not sure if he did it like that, but I'm gonna try it after I finish this, and in a way I recommend it to anyone who wants to try it. Alright, back to these. Let's go next to this one. Fairly simple, vitality plus 10 and then plus 50. This one unlocks dagger throwing, which in my opinion should have been a skill that you already have. I mean, come on, you just throw daggers. And at the next level you do 20, at least plus 20 damage. This one, you can read it for yourselves. You can parry from all directions. And the next one with vigor, 100% damage reduction with full vigor. Okay. The next is this one, which is very important in my opinion. You get it. You get vigor regeneration during combat and then plus 1 vigor. Plus mutagen slot. And this one, I don't know, if you want to play Jedi, get this one. You redirect arrows, and level 2 you can redirect them towards the shooter, but mostly get it for the mutagen slot. Okay, so let's put a point into this because this is useless, and this I'm probably never gonna use. Or should I? I mean, I'm probably gonna get some poison daggers. I think they're called something Harpy Talon, which do poison damage, so they could be useful. I don't know, maybe off camera I'm gonna reload and see if there are good daggers out there, if this is worth putting a point into. But for now, let's put this here. Again, if I maybe change my mind in between episodes, I'm gonna put 1 point into this. But for now, let's put this so we can see the other ones. Alright, they're all unlocked. And the first one, according to the wiki, the magic tree. Let's go into this one. Okay, so as far as I know, level 35 is the max you can do. So you start at level 1. That gives you 34 points. 28 with a -6 from the basic tree. So that is my math right. You get about 9 points per tree if you want to go like a jack of all trades. But okay, let's start with this one. The first one, enhanced art sign. You basically unlock art, you make it a little bit better. +2 range. And the next level you get +6 range, and it has an area of effect. And it's level 3. Next, which I'm probably gonna get, this destructive magic. Signs +5 damage. And the next level is +10 damage and +1 vigor. Or vigor. Which basically I'm probably gonna get this one. This one is the exact same like hard. Get vitality +20% for the opponent's hexed and damage dealt. And at the next level you get +50%. But I don't remember exactly. I think the hex spell or sign, you have to stay still for a moment while you hex your opponent, which leaves you open for attack, which is not a good idea. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put a point into this one. The next one is unlock Quinn level 2, which deflects damage. And the next level you have 50% damage and 60 seconds plus duration, which you kind of have to get because well, it's the only path. Now the next one you have this sign intensity, not really sure what it does. The next level is +2 and damage reduction +5%. Then you have venting, which in my opinion is useful. You transfer deflected damage to multiple targets. It's 2 and the next one is 3. So, not sure. Maybe I'm gonna go here. Okay, the next one is this Fatal Attraction. Enables hex up to 2 opponents with Axis Sign, which is fairly good, but again, you have to stay still, I think. I haven't used the Axis Sign yet. And at the next level, you have 3 opponents at once. Not very good, but actually it is good, but you can't really throw points wherever you want. With I think there are 15 skills in each tree. You will need 30 points to max them all out if you want to go one tree. So with 28 you cannot do that. Okay, the next one is this one. Magical Vigor. Get +1 and then +2. Useful if you want it. The next one is this. Basically the same as the Ard sign. You get let's see. Okay, actually it's kind of exactly like the Ard sign, except it's fire and you have a chance to incinerate opponents. Okay, the next one is this one. Geralt sets up to 2 traps. And then I think it is 3 traps, right? Yes, 3 traps. Alright, now we're getting to the, well, I think the good part. Oh, and I think this one, let me check. It has Earden. Yes, this has a mutagen slot. So, might be a good idea to put a point into this one. Okay, Earden trap joins together, preventing foes from moving between glyphs. I think with this one, you set up 2 traps, then 3. You basically, if you catch an opponent in between your traps, let's say you have one here, and one here, the opponent cannot escape, as far as I understand it. And the next level is, yeah, link traps, and now deal 5 damage per second. Okay, that's pretty good, but you don't really have points to spare. This one is +50 vitality, and the next level gives you +5% resistances. And I think to all of them. And this one, chance of causing critical effects through signs. Not really sure what this one really does. And the next level is +15%. I think basically it upgrades, let's say for your Igni sign, your chance to incinerate opponents, probably. It raises that percentage. Okay, this one and this one, they both have mutagen slots. Most of the skills at the end of trees have mutagen slots. This is a very useful sign. Unlocks the heliotrope sign with the adrenaline bar. Not really sure what that is. And the heliotrope sign, I think it slows down time. Not really sure. I'll have to do some digging around to see exactly what this does. And the control over the power. Basically resistance, sign damage, and adrenaline generation through signs. But since I'm probably gonna stick mostly to the Quen sign for shield, so in this tree I'll probably go here, 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 and here, and then one here. These I'm not really that interested in, maybe this, but again, too many points. This one I'll probably just get for the mutagen maybe, or I'm just gonna stop here, maybe get some extra vigor, We'll see. Okay, the next one is the alchemy, which mostly I'm probably gonna stick to the first layer, not really go down here, because alchemy implies to poison yourself. Basically, drink a lot of potions, get poisoned, and you will do extra damage. Something like that. Alright, so we start with Alchemist, which I'm probably gonna get. This is what I'm gonna start, because bomb damage and trap damage. Very good. And at the next level, I think you do a little bit extra damage. Not really sure, the wiki doesn't say. Okay, this one side effect chance of creating mutagen, 2% and then 10%. Not very useful, but you could stumble upon a greater mutagen this way, maybe. Okay, next is this one. With alchemy ingredients harvested 50% and then 100%. And according to the wiki, this just 50% means +1 and then +2. So basically you're replacing the herbalist gloves if you get this. Alright, on this part you have vitality +20 and then +100. And this one, potion duration, would be useful. I mean, actually it is useful, but again, you have to prepare ahead of time. If you enter an area and you don't know if you're gonna get attacked or not, and you don't drink potions, this is a wasted point. Yeah, the next level. Where is it? Oh, +40%. Okay, that's a little more than just 20 or 30. Alright, so this one, okay, replacement for the herbalist gloves. You have this one, which is an off-brand, doesn't lead to anything. Effects of all potions taken +15%, and negative effects -30%, which is very good. And at the next level, doesn't really say. Just says increases the effects of potions, so probably, I don't know, 30% and -60. Maybe it doubles what you see there. Maybe I'll put a point into this. Okay, next you have oil durations, which I kind of have to remember to take, actually, to apply to my swords. Do extra damage to some monsters. Alright, from here we have this one, effects of all oils +50%, and then 40%. Actually, no, the 10% and 40% is for this one. I made a mistake. And effects of all oil is used, doesn't say. Just says increases the effects of oils. So maybe 30% of the next level, not sure. Then a very good one, but a little bit misleading. Effects of mutagen +15%. And, well, that's it. It just says increases the effects of mutagens, so maybe 30%, again, just guessing, because I don't have the numbers. Yeah, this is very good, but I don't know if you put a mutagen into your skill and you already have it placed and then you take this, does the effect still apply? Or you have to take this and then apply the mutagen? I don't see why it shouldn't work both ways, but who knows. Okay, next is Taster. Unlocks the ability to drink an additional potion. And at the next level, damage done while poisoned and damage reduction while poisoned. So yeah, we're entering the poison territory now. Okay, next one is this. Condensation. Vigor regeneration when poisoned. +15 and then +55%. Very good. And all of these slots have mutagens. All these skills, you can put mutagens in them. If you want to go the alchemist route. I'm probably not. Okay. Metathesis. Damage dealt while poison. 5 and 25%. Then you have Berserker. Chance to instant kill when poisoned. Goes up to 3%. Then you have Mutant. Unlocks Berserker mode, just like the heliotrope sign. So enables generation of adrenaline while poisoned. And then it goes to 25% adrenaline generation while poisoned. So, and the Berserker mode, I think you do more damage and you sustain less damage. I think that's the way it works. But again, you have to spend a lot of points to get here. And then you have this, which basically gives you adrenaline generation when poisoned. You have to take note of that. You have to be poisoned by your own potions, not by the enemy. And then damage and damage reduction, and those go up to 50%, 30%, and minus 25%. In that order. So yeah, over here I'm probably gonna take this, then this, maybe one here, one here, one here, and one here. So about 6 points, maybe 7, who knows. I'm probably never gonna go down here. Alright, and to the tree that I probably find most useful, because according to the lore, witchers are master swordsmen. Science and alchemy are just how do you say this, helpful, a perk to increase their abilities in combat. But yeah, so the swordsman, the skill tree, let's see, let's start with this one. Position, Geralt no longer takes 20, whoa, 200 damage while backstab. Okay, this sounds useful. Actually it is, because the next level is 100%, so the damage goes down significantly. But if you dodge and apply Quen, this is wasted. Okay, the next one is Riposte, which unlocks the ability to counter your opponent, and chance to instant kill 10% at the next level. This is really good if you defend, but I like dodging more, rolling out of the path of a hit, so not getting hit at all. Which leads me to this, which I'm probably gonna start with. Distance cover while dodging plus 100%, and the next one is 200. Okay, from here we go to... no, this one. Violence, sword damage, 5% and 15%. Then Whirl unlocks the ability to deal damage to many opponents. Additional opponents take 50% damage. Now, I'm not sure what exactly changes, because I've been able to hit multiple opponents if they were standing next to each other. I don't know, maybe this increases the range you deal that damage to. Anyway, the next level is 100% damage. Then you have Guard, which Vigor required to block minus 25% and then 50%. Then you have this one. I don't know why it puts this one first, but anyway, damage reduction, 5% and 50%. Schemer, speed of vigor regeneration during combat, which is very good. You need this during combat. Plus 10%, and then 40%. And then you jump into this one, which is basically vitality plus 25 and then 100. And the reason I'm taking my mouse to the edge of the screen is because it allows me to scroll down on the wiki. Alright, after hardy we have precision, chance of critical effect bleeding 10%, and then 20% and plus 5 damage. Alright, then we have sudden death, which I don't find it that useful. Just give you +2 and then +5. And this one, I find this one is probably very good. You have +5% and +15% of all. Take that into account. All critical effects, meaning incineration, poison, bleeding. Are there any other than that? I'm not sure, but all of them, if you have them on a sword, you can apply all of them at once, which that translates into massive damage. Okay, next is this one, vitality and damage reduction. Next level is plus 150 and 50%, 15%, sorry. So pretty good. And these three here have mutagen slots into them. So the next one is combat acumen. Not sure how to pronounce that very good. Unlocks group finishers. Activated after the adrenaline bar charges. And allows the generation of adrenaline through sword blows. Is very useful. You don't have to be poisoned or use signs constantly to generate adrenaline. And the next level is damage plus 10% and damage taken minus 10%. And the next one you have this, Whirlwind, which you can see already all resistance plus 10%, chance of causing all critical effects plus 10%, and more adrenaline regeneration. And the next level you have 30%, 20, and 20. So yeah, these are basically all the skills. I hope maybe it helps somebody out there. And for the last part, what I'm probably gonna go is this here, one here, here, and maybe go all the way here so I can get some more mutagen slots. And that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I would have 1 point to spare. So that's basically all the skills. Again, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this plus to health here. Maybe I'm gonna get the daggers. Who knows if there are any daggers out there that are maybe give poison or bleeding. But I'm not sure yet. Because we get some substantial health from this and this. Especially if we go to the next levels. And if I strengthen my Quen, I do damage to my opponents. I'll have this to dodge out of the way in case I get hit. Allows me to dodge to cover a larger distance. So I'm not sure if I really need this plus 50 health here. I'll probably get this so I can use daggers. But again, this one is useless, in my opinion. And only get this, the second level, if you want to get another what was it, those abilities that you unlock doing certain actions. You have to redirect arrows to their shooter about 50 times or something like that, and you get another ability. So yeah, I'll probably end the episode now. Let's see, anything else to talk about concerning skills? Not really. I am gonna try to pick up the best abilities that will help me during this playthrough. So yeah, okay, let's exit. Okay, that's oh, and I changed my hairstyle. I find this one the best. I don't like to have hair on my shoulders. I figured what it will get in your eyes during combat. So yeah. Okay, so that's enough about skills. So I'll end this episode here. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy what I do. Maybe share the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a nice day.